If you are a Taylormade golf fan living outside of the Asian market, I am here to tell you that Taylormade has been holding out on you. Let me explain. What is going on, guys? My name is Noli and welcome to my channel, The Gaijin Golfer, where we take a look at Japanese golf products from a Western point of view. If it is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by the channel. If you're returning, welcome back. In either case, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you're enjoying the content here so you don't miss any of my future videos. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we are going to talk today about Taylormade. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Hey, Noli, I thought your channel was about Japanese golf products. Why are we talking about Taylormade? All right, let me explain. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you're living outside of the Asian market, Taylormade has been holding out on you. And what I mean by that is Taylormade has a line that they release exclusively in the Asian market only, with a minor exception, but I'll explain that in a little bit. But basically, they have a line that they release specifically in the Japanese Asian market, and it's called the Gloire line. It's spelled Gloire. It's not pronounced glory, it's glory. And it is something that they sell exclusively in that market. Now, I discovered the Taylormade Gloire line during a trip to Japan. I was shopping for clubs. I was in the used club section. I can't remember the store, but a fairway wood stood out to me, caught my eye. You're gonna laugh. Why? Because it had this lion logo on it on the bottom of the club. And it was a design I'd never seen before. And the lion logo reminded me so much of the Voltron lions. I don't know why, yeah, I know I'm a dork. I'm an absolute nerd. But anyways, it was cool. It looked cool. So I pick up the club, I'm checking it out, and I quickly notice that there's a Taylormade logo on it. So instantaneously, I'm thinking this is some sort of Asian fake, some knockoff club, and, somebody just stuck Taylormade on it. But as I shopped around some more, I realized that it was an actual legitimate offering from Taylormade. In fact, they promoted it quite a bit in Japan, and I noticed too that there were quite a bit of used Gloire clubs. So it proved to me that this was actually a viable, legitimate offering from Taylormade. Out of curiosity, I decided to go ahead and pick up a Taylormade Taylormade Gloire club. And it was one of their drivers. Now, just kind of a side note, the Gloire line has been around since about, I believe, 2012. And so this particular club I got was from about, I think, 2012, 2013. So it was a bit older, and it wasn't too pricey. And I was unable to hit it. If you know anything about shopping for clubs in Japan, you know that a lot of the smaller stores don't have space for a hitting bay. So it wasn't too pricey, so I figured if it didn't work out, it wasn't a huge loss. But luckily for me, when I brought it back home and I tested it out, I fell in love with it. It worked really well for me, and that kind of started my love affair with the Gloire line from Taylormade. Now, if you caught my What's in the Bag video, you know that I currently play two Taylormade Gloire clubs. One is the 3 hybrid that I use, and then I also use a 5 wood from Gloire. But in preparation for this video, I realized that even though I use the clubs and I know that they work for me and I like them, I didn't really know who the target demographic was for that line. And I didn't know what was so special about the line really either. So I reached out to Taylormade and I reached out to Tour Spec Golf. Now, if you're not familiar with Tour Spec, they are, who I consider to be at least, the #1 English resource for all things related to Japanese golf. But I reached out to both of them, and from the information they provided, I was able to conclude that essentially what the Taylormade Gloire line is an upgraded version of what we currently get here in the Western market. So for example, take like the SIM line that's out right now and give it better materials, lighter shaft, lighter materials for the club head, and then a slightly different design just to tweak it a little bit. And that's essentially what you're getting with the Taylormade Glory clubs. So who are the Taylormade Glory clubs for exactly? Well, if you actually take a look at some of the promotional materials from Taylormade, they literally say that the combination of materials and technology is geared to assist golfers who have a fade bias and who have a slower swing speed. So basically, if you slice it and you need help with some distance and some club head speed, these are the clubs that you should probably take a look at least from Taylormade. As expected, because of the type of materials that go into these clubs, they are pricier. They are more in line with what you would see from other Japanese golf manufacturers. For example, the driver currently is $650, I believe, ish. So it's getting up there. The irons, though, are around the $1,300 mark, which is actually comparable for what you would get with, say, like a new set of P790s or something like that. Same clubs, I would say like 5 through pitching wedge, you're looking at a comparable price there. However, if you're comparing that to, say, like the Taylormade SIM irons, they are significantly cheaper. You're saving several $100 there. So basically what you would be getting with the Taylormade Glory irons is lighter versions of the SIM irons. So you're paying for the shafts and the lightness there with the Glory irons. But as far as the fairway woods, utilities, and the driver, you're looking at a couple $100 more than maybe you would probably normally pay for other clubs. Now, traditionally, the Taylormade Glory line is only sold in Japan and the Asian market. However, according to Chris from TourSpec, and thank you for the info, Chris, they had some overstock over in Japan, so they shipped some out here to the United States to sell. I know that for myself, I was able to see them in Golf Mart and in Golf Galaxy here in San Diego. But it was literally like maybe a driver and a set of irons, or maybe a hybrid or two. So they didn't have a lot of stock. And I also found that the staff was not very knowledgeable about what the M Glory clubs were. The model that they sent out were the M Glory clubs, which was paired with the M5, M6 releases here in the United States. But anyways, I found that the salesmen were not very knowledgeable about the clubs. One guy told me that he thought they were women's clubs from Japan, and while there is a women's Glory line, those clubs were not. They were the men's version. So I mean, at least if you want to go see them in person, you can go take a look at your local shop and see if they might have some in stock. They will be the M Glory. I have yet to see the SIM Glory line out here in the United States. They do have it available at TourSpec Golf though, so I'll put a link down below so you can check them out and maybe buy it from there. But I have not seen them anywhere else here in the United States. And just one thing before we end, as you guys know, I am a fan of the Glory clubs, but I am a little bit disappointed since the M Glory series came out. They stopped using that lion logo that I like so much. That's not the only reason why I'm disappointed. From the M Glory line, and now through to the SIM Glory line, they're trying to be more cohesive with their design of the clubs. So the M Glory clubs look very much like the M5, M6, so they look like one family. Same thing with the Taylormade SIM Glory. They look like the current SIM offering. Whereas I feel like before that, the designs of the clubs prior to were kind of their own thing. They kind of maybe looked like the other offerings, like say like the M1, M2, etc., etc. But they were very, very different in my opinion. They looked quite different. They didn't look the same. And I kind of liked that. I liked that it kind of stood apart from what we were getting here in the United States. But again, that's just kind of my personal taste, kind of my take on it. I kind of wish they were still doing that design-wise with these clubs. Anyways, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. As always, if you are enjoying the content, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. If you have any suggestions, if I missed anything, or if there's something you want me to do, another type of video you want me to do, please comment down below. I do listen to you guys. I do try to do videos on what you ask for, so your input is very helpful. So other than that, I guess that's it. Happy New Year, guys. Hope you guys had a great holiday season, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.